everyone, and welcome to yet another episode of IndianOil Connect. Today we have with us the Director Marketing of IndianOil Corporation, Mr. V. Satish Kumar. Hi sir, welcome to IndianOil Connect.
Pleasure, Radhika.
Sir, you have been in this company for 37 long years. How have you seen the journey of IndianOil?
See, 37 years journey has been very exciting one. The company has been progressing from leaps and bounds from every stage. We have seen the stage where we used to be only a supply and distribution, and we were trying to increase our presence or infrastructure across the country. Slowly we claimed a position that in every heart and in every part. That's where the spread of the entire Indian oil has come. And today we are proud about this particular infrastructure that has been created. And today we have reached a stage where from a mechanical era we moved into electronic era, and the automations have set in, whether it is the LPG bottling plants which has moved from mechanical carousels to the electronic carousels, or from the terminals and depots who were essentially doing by manual operations, went on to PD meters, now went on to total automation. And I'm happy to see that every aspect of the company, whether the digitization has taken a big leaps, and the working philosophy itself has undergone a tremendous change. And with every passing generation that has come in, the efficiency level of the company has continuously kept on increasing due to the embracement of the technology at large, and the other factor being the customer orientation. Thereby we had increasing from leaps and bounds. While these aspects gives me a lot of happiness, today a marketing division, if you see, on any given day, what happens is 3.2 crore customers come into our retail outlets. Retail outlets spread to around 40,000 plus retail outlets across the country. And today we are proud that our 101 bottling plants are operational, and we are in a position to meet the requirements of 15 crore customers of India. And every day we do around 37 lakh cylinders delivered to the households. And apart from that, if I look into the aviation business, we do refuel 3 aircrafts in every 2 minutes. This is a mammoth scale on which we operate, and we do have around 40,000 plus vehicles transporting the fuel products across the country to the various markets. And this gives me an immense pleasure that we have reached a stage where now we can further digress ourselves into the other areas of energy that are emanating. So I am quite sure in days to come, this 37 years, I must say, it has been a very strong foundations, and it is now time for us to build upon the further skyscrapers. And I am quite sure by 2047, our target of $1 trillion company will be a reality. And I am quite happy to see that the young workforce which we have, they are already embracing all other things like big data analytics, or you say about the artificial intelligence or Gen AI. You name any particular aspect of it that is available in our company. It's a great way of going.
Sir, right now you spoke about the Gen Next of the company. So what are the measures that you have taken to make them future ready?
See, when I look at the entire leadership per se is concerned, the day I joined the corporation, I think the next 4th day or so, I was asking my EDHR, what is the leadership pipeline which I have. I was very particular about seeing how the leadership pipeline is going to come for my chair, as well as for the state heads and the functional heads. And in marketing division, I have 500 leadership positions who have to really lead the teams down the line in their locations. And also the younger lot which is going to come in the A and BC grades. So they are the people who are working in the field, and to give them that particular hope and see that there is a widespread canvas which they can really make it happen. They also understand about the future requirements that which we are going to grow. So when we are saying that strengthening the core in our sprint, and also we are also telling that the transition fuels we should be adapting. And today we have reached a stage when I talk about e-mobility, we have around 14,000 EV charging stations, and we have into the battery swapping systems. We have a joint venture in Indofin Energy also. So these all are giving up into various battery spaces and giving us an edge in the e-mobility sector is concerned. While we have also established ourselves in the CNG part is concerned, and LNG segment is also, we are ramping up our infrastructure network for the retail outlets, and our presence in LNG as well as in the CNG is increasing. So all my workforce which is currently engaged in the POL business or in the LPG business, they are adapting themselves to the new businesses, and a lot of intensive training programs are being conducted. And even if you take, I was talking about artificial intelligence and GenAI, recently around 150 plus our IS officers have been trained at IIT Kharagpur to about these various aspects of it. I'm quite happy to see that many of them have successfully coming up and building up these and embracing all the new energy forms that we are creating, whether it is hydrogen. And I'm quite sure we as the board members are also thinking about sending more and more of our officers into these joint ventures so that they get the fullest exposure and they also understand the various aspects of the business and the future of the company which we are talking about. So we have a very clear guidelines we have about what we need to create in our solar system or what we need to create in our wind power segment is concerned. So we have a target of 31 megawatt. So we have a very widespread plan about embracing the future energy requirements that are going to come. I'm quite sure about the capabilities of the people because we take best of the talent that is available and we are nourishing well in those directions. And these are the emerging fields and we have to give the right inputs. So that is the endeavor which our L&D department is already putting in place many of these effects.
Right now you are talking about digitization. In India, our customer base is more becoming younger. So, and younger population, they want everything digitized and in very high speed. So how are we adapting to that change?
Many business processes which we have now developed are much more aligned towards making the employee efficiency to increase, their productivity to increase, and much more aligned to the customer requirements. When I talk about the customer requirements, you see, now today if I look at the way modes by which he can do the booking, with a missed call you can do a booking, with a WhatsApp you can do a booking, with this one also you can make a booking, with the IndianOil One app you can make a booking. There are multiple options. There are at least 7 to 8 options available for a customer to do the refill book. When I look at the retail outlets is concerned, now the customers can get their fuel done by the way of UPay. They can always have their within the system and pay as when they go there, and all sort of payments are acceptable, whether it is the QR code, whether it is the ITPS systems, you name any facility which you talk about. This is the way which a customer would like to have a business with us. Those all opportunities are available at all our touch points. When I look within the company also, so we are the first commercial enterprise of this large size which has adapted SAP. We are the first enterprise which we will be now switching over to the cloud also. Now we have a secondary distributor management system where the entire dealer, distributors, B2B, B2C and all these business processes are totally digitized. So even for the loyalties it is digitized. The fleet customers, they are totally digitized. And if I look at the officers, how are they going to deal with their systems? the entire processes. They have a big data analytics which will give them the results, the requisite data, the way they would like to see it. There are so many bots that have been developed. So that is the way how the things are moving across. So when we look at, I am quite happy to say that even our Vislation, our retail data analytics dashboard, it has won the ET award as one of the best platforms which is available. Now I am presently thinking of developing a super app for which the basic framework has been decided. That will be the one which will be encompassing all these aspects, and the customer engaging with IndianOil will be a further delight.
So since you are talking about the strategies, so right now the market is increasingly competitive and a lot of private players, even our PSUs are also like coming in a big way. So what is IndianOil's key strategy to stay ahead of this competition?
First of all, you should understand the philosophy of marketing. A marketing guy is as good as yesterday's result. Today you must have earned the market share as a positive. Tomorrow, the competitors who are there in the field, everybody wants to win the game. So every competitor will keep strategizing themselves, and it is for the leader who has to really show or be ahead of the curve in their strategies. So IndianOil has remained as a leader and will continue to remain as a leader for the days to come. We have now embarked on Sprint, a transformational project, which actually churned out all the aspects of our business and identified the key areas which needs to be improved upon for ensuring our market leadership in days to come on sustained basis. So when I look about retail segment is there, today we have around 39% of market share in MS and HSD, whereas my market presence is 41.5. Means my network effectiveness needs to be improved. So there is a requirement for us to increase the per pump throughput by at least 3 KL per month. So when there is a requirement is emerging that way, we need to see, so that is becoming one of the key parameters for us to achieve. So the entire team gets aligned to that particular aspect of it. So they will align with this aspect goal, and there are multiple processes to achieve that. So how to engage the customer with us, how we become a preferred retail outlet. This is all what I talked about, digital issues and all that. Making the customer feel good about the business they are going to have with IndianOil, and also making our presence much more bigger. So our endeavor will be to reduce the cost of bottling at all the plants, and also to reduce our primary and secondary logistic cost, which applies for POL segment as well as for aviation. Same is the case with the aviation. And for loops is concerned, we would like to certainly position our servo into a better positioning. So already we have brand ambassadors for that, and we are moving, and we are into synthetic loops as well, and our entire base oil stocks is also going to increase. And I am quite sure this loops department will certainly achieve at least 3 times tripling its volumes, doubling its market share and doubling its profitability. That is the vision 2030 they have. Each of the functions have got their own vision plan, which is already streamlined, and Sprint is the real driver which will make the entire teams achieve those goals. It is not a 1-year target, it's a 3-year target spread over, so that it becomes a habit formation for the entire group per se is concerned.
So when talking about the products, right now piped natural gas is coming in a big way. So how do you see the future of LPG business in the country?
See, piped natural gas is one of the good fuels that can be adapted. Basically, it removes the hassles of booking, it removes the hassles of handling the cylinders, and as far as the customer is concerned, he will be quite eager to embrace it. But there is a cost for providing this particular piped natural gas. It will be adapted very quickly in high-rise apartments and all. But for spreading over houses across the length and breadth of the country, it will be a very heavy capex intensive projects. So as of now, I see for the so many years, CNG has come into the system. The piped natural gas is not achieving the requisite targets the way it is supposed to do because of this nature of capex, and as also with respect to the variations in the prices of natural gas. And LPG continues to go strong. Today, I was amazed that around 8% growth is what is LPG recording. And I don't see that LPG is going to perish or going to go into down the line, because the population is also growing and urbanization is also helping up. And the urbanization, only the skyscrapers and all those things, those apartments will certainly embrace PNG connections are concerned. But LPG will continue to remain as well as in the Tier 1, Tier 2, rural, semi-rural and urban areas.
Sir, talking about rural areas and LPG, PMUI was a huge movement that came into the country. What was the emotion behind that moment when you really worked for it?
See, I was fortunate to be a part of this particular thing, right from direct benefit transfer of LPG subsidy, DBTL, or which are later on rechristened as BEL. So we were there in that part of the journey, and I must say that the intensity of follow-up or the intensity of the monitoring the entire process, right from the government, right from the Honorable Minister level, has been excellent. So every aspect of it, even when we were moving in the remotest villages, I can really see the way they were feeling so good about it. And it's always pleasure to see the delight on the face of a child or the face of a mother that they are getting such a good this one. Thanks to the government for its continuous persistence and continuous ambition to provide a clean cooking fuel, which the Honorable Prime Minister has envisioned and dreamt of, and it is a reality, and it has made the entire world look upon to this particular scheme of PMUI with great awe, and also it has become one of the world-breaking records that we could provide so many connections in such a small span of time.
Sir, coming from the temple town of Tirupati and joining this mammoth organization, working here for 37 long years, do you remember your first day in this company?
Of course. I have joined the corporation in Northern Region as a management trainee, and currently the Delhi State Office is positioned there, currently occupying. That used to be the place where the Northern Region those times were there. So I think around 17 of us joined on that particular day, and entering into the office and the way the people, that was my first time I was coming to the northern part of the country. And though I am an Andhra, I know a bit of Hindi. That is one area which I felt there is a lot of things to me do, and there was a lot of pride movement for me, because I have been aspiring to become one of the leading companies since I am going to join, and I had an opportunity of other public sector undertakings as well at the same time, and I chose IndianOil rather than any of the other available opportunities, and I'm happy that decision which I have taken. Today I feel it is one of the best decisions I have taken ever to be joining the IndianOil, because IndianOil I have seen over a period of time has given me a lot and made me develop over the period of time.
Sir, heading the marketing division, which is actually the face of the company, it's like almost like you are the director of that movie. How is that feeling? Like heading that particular division, which is like, which frames the entire concept about IndianOil to the outside world.
as you rightly put it across, the marketing division is the customer-facing division of the organization. This division derives its entire strengths from the excellent work done by my other divisions. If I talk about refineries, they give me one of the best products for me able to give it to my customers and win their confidence. And the pipeline division, it's helped me in saying that I am able to position the product with the least cost supplier. And also, come rain, come any calamity, the pipelines never stop. The uninterrupted supplies which I continues to get gain, and the R&D which keeps me ahead of the curve with the various niche products which it can bring in. All these divisions are the backbones which help us to really face the customers with confidence. And each of the marketing guy has got I must say, they are self-assured about the quality of products which they give, the quality of customer service that they can ensure, and they feel very good about the self-esteem on the brand, which I put it across. We feel very positive about our brand. That's why our brand equity is continuously increasing from year upon year. So ultimately, the customer is first. That remains the motto for us, and that has been an integral part of our value system which we have developed, and it is an integral part of our vision also. People know about IndianOil, and it is one of the most respected and revered company across the globe, not only in this part of geography of our India. So I feel proud about that, and I am quite sure IndianOil will continue to bloom in the current leadership which is there, which is young, dynamic, and right from the board to the entire people, right from the chairman, they are all young and dynamic people, and it is all in the safe hands, which makes the corporation grow into bigger leaps in times to come.
Sir, having a huge role to play in office, you need a very strong backup at home. So, can you just tell us something about your family and their support?
See, nothing can be achieved without the active support of the family. And as a director marketing, my role demands a lot of traveling around, lot of time or calls attending beyond the office hours. And many people talk about work-life balance, but I really believe on work-life harmony. That is more important, and that harmony in my entire process has been actively made possible because of my wife and my both children. I must say that, because the extent she was helping me, to the extent that all my social responsibilities, all my other societal responsibilities are taken care of by her, and also at the same time she keeps full support to me at my workplace also, so that I am free to achieve the goals which I am dreaming for. And same is the case, I must say, about my daughter. When she was young and she used to grow up, when I was the plant manager in Kadapa, she used to come to the office, and whenever the security guard used to give the salute to her, she feels so delighted, and she always wanted me to be in the #1 positions. The smile on her face and the way she was dealing, I always opted for being a location in charge in the field rather than coming into the head office. You must have known that for the first time I came to the head office as director marketing. So all through my journey, these two people and my son, who was there with me all through, and of course they, with their blessings and best wishes, we have reached to this stage, and they are there at Tirupati. They keep blessing me and I continuously engage with them. Until unless you don't have a good family support, achieving your own things, because you have to be at peace at work. So those aspects I must say, and respectfully place my thanks to my dear wife also, and my children as well.
So one last question. Sir, these days you have a kind of a spiritual inclination also, apart from your work life. So what is it that triggered that spiritual journey of yours?
So you told me I was born in Tirupati and the temple town and all. And right from my childhood, whatever I've grown up, I always saw my mother doing the regular pujas and all. And it is always there in the family to think about and to be not only religious, rather with a spiritual bent of mind. And it has been the journey for me across. Even today, if I go to any place on any tour also, it is always morning 7:30 for me is the temple time. So that is the way how it goes on. So it is a bent of mind that I have, and I am happy about it.
So thank you so much for joining us today on
Thanks.
Indian Oil Connect. Like Krishna had led the chariot of Arjuna, Mr. V. Satish Kumar had led the chariot of Indian Oil's marketing division. And now he's stepping into his second innings. We wish him all the best for the second innings. Until we meet again, thank you.